Hello, my name is Erica Rojas, and I'm proud to serve as the principal of Mountain View TK-8 within the Panama-Buena Vista Union School District. I'm glad you can join me today as I discuss exciting updates about our school and the dual language immersion program. In this presentation, I will share some facts about Mountain View TK-8, highlighting the main events or elements of our first ever dual language immersion program in the Panama-Buena Vista Union School District, and discuss the enrollment criteria and application process for the DLI program. I want to start by showing you the renderings of Mountain View TK-8. What you are seeing is how the school will look once construction is completed. Mountain View TK-8 has been specifically designed to meet the needs of our TK-8 student population. The multipurpose room will be large enough to accommodate all age levels while providing separate engagement areas for elementary and middle school students. This is truly an exciting time for our district. Here are some key facts about Mountain View TK-8. The school is set to open in August of 2025, which is this upcoming school year. Mountain View will start as a TK-5 school and will gradually add one grade each year until it reaches 8th grade. The school is located at the corner of Taft Highway and Stein Road. Additionally, Mountain View TK-8 will be the first school in our district designed specifically for a TK-8 student setting, home to the district's first ever dual language immersion program, offering music and special education programs, providing the ELOP program for extended learning opportunities. I'd like to take a moment to explain what dual language immersion is and how it benefits our students. Dual language immersion means that students are taught subjects in both English and Spanish. This approach brings together English and Spanish speakers, allowing them to learn together in both languages. The benefits of DLI are powerful. It helps students become bilingual and biliterate, meaning that they can read, write, and speak fluently in both languages. It promotes strong academic achievement because students are learning in two languages, which enhances cognitive skills. It fosters cultural awareness and understanding, preparing students to thrive in a global community. And overall, dual language immersion creates a well-rounded students, plural, who are not only strong academically, but also prepared for a multilingual world. Dual language immersion programs benefit all students, but they are specifically effective for English learners. DLI helps English learners keep their first language, which strengthens family connections. Students in DLI programs often perform better academically in both their primary language and English. They also reach higher levels of English proficiency than their peers in traditional programs and are less likely to become long-term English learners, or LTELs. Starting with TK in kindergarten, we will begin the program with one TK class and two kindergarten classes. This DLI program will be a program within the school, so that means the whole school will not be DLI. Instead, it will be a program within the school, offered as a strand with DLI classes alongside English-only or mainstream classes. In the primary grades, Spanish will be taught for the majority of the day. As students progress through the grades, Spanish and English will be taught equally, with each language making up 50% of the school day. The vision statement of DLI program was created with the 3 pillars of dual language as the foundation. I'd like to read our statement to you for reference. Our vision is to create a dynamic learning community where multilingualism is embraced as a powerful asset. We empower all students to achieve high levels of linguistic and academic proficiency, enabling them to excel and thrive in an increasingly global and interconnected world. Our P-BVUSD DLI vision, or dual language immersion vision, is built on the 3 pillars of dual language: bilingualism and biliteracy, high academic achievement, and social cultural competence. These 3 pillars are our commitment to creating our why, which is to ensure an inclusive, diverse, and equitable program that serves our multilingual learners. Our program will be a 2-way immersion program. This means that we will serve both Spanish-dominant English learners and native English speakers. It is important to keep the class balanced with about 50% Spanish dominant students and 50% of native English speakers. This balance helps students learn from each other and strengthen language development. To stay true to this model, at no point should one group fall below 30% of the class. This ensures the program supports multilingual education effectively. We chose this two-way immersion model because it best fits our community, serving both English learners and English-only children. Research by Thomas and Collier show that a two-way immersion is the most effective for long-term student achievement. As mentioned earlier, our DLI program will be a strand within the school, meaning that it will be offered alongside English-only or mainstream classes as shown on the screen. This integrated program provides a bilingual learning environment where students have the opportunity to thrive in both languages. So here's how it will work. DLI classes will begin with one TK class and 2 kindergarten classes. Alongside the DLI classes, we will also have English-only classes in TK and kindergarten. The DLI program will run alongside the English-only classes, creating a unique multicultural learning environment. We believe both DLI and English-only classes will benefit from being part of a school that embraces diversity and focuses on high student achievement. A language allocation plan outlines how much time students will spend learning in each language. It is important because it ensures balanced exposure in both languages, helping students develop bilingual skills while meeting academic standards. Our DLI program follows an 80-20 model. TK, the first grade, 80% of the content will be taught in Spanish and 20% in English. Second and third grade, Spanish decreases by 10% each year until we get to fourth grade. Fourth through sixth grade, 50% of the content will be taught in Spanish and 50% will be taught in English. In junior high, we will be offering Spanish language arts and social studies and science in Spanish, alternating years. This model ensures 30 minutes of daily English language development, or ELD, time for art and music with with English-speaking instructors or teachers, focus on protecting the Spanish language for development, and it builds strong bilingual skills and prepares students both academically and linguistically. It is important to note that for Spanish instruction, we will use the district-adopted Spanish curriculum supported by Estrellita Lunita, a program designed to strengthen Spanish literacy skills. All classrooms, including DLI, will focus on teaching the Common Core state standards. As part of the application process for the DLI program, we ask parents and guardians to complete a form acknowledging your commitment to the program. This commitment is essential for the program success and academic growth of your child. Here's what we ask the parents to commit to. The first is a long-term commitment. To fully really benefit from bilingualism and biliteracy, students should remain in the program through 8th grade and maintain consistent attendance. Also, protecting the target language, which is Spanish. Teachers will communicate in Spanish with students when parents are present, except during English language development. We kindly ask that the parents use English when emailing teachers or during meetings when students are not present to help protect Spanish during student interactions. Also, parent involvement. We encourage you to attend meetings and events to stay engaged in your child's education. Really, this goes for every parent, no matter what program you're in. And lastly, the family role. Families play a critical role in the program's success. We ask that you create a positive language learning environment at home and to support bilingualism and biliteracy. This shared commitment is key to ensuring the success of the program for all students. Something to consider. Families must provide transportation for students enrolled in the DLI program. Bus transportation will be available for students who live within the Mountain View TK-8 boundaries. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the very first dual language immersion teachers at P-BVUSD. It is my honor to present to you Viridiana Morales, who will be our DLI TK teacher, Diana Camacho, who will be our kindergarten DLI teacher, and Adriana Maldonado, who will be our kindergarten DLI teacher. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about our criteria for DLI enrollment. To ensure a fair and organized enrollment process for the initial year of our DLI or Dual Language Immersion program, we will follow the following 4 enrollment priorities. Priority number 1, students currently residing in the attendance area of Mountain View TK-8. Priority number 2, students residing within the district boundaries but outside of the Mountain View TK-8 attendance area. Number 3, students of P-BVUSD who reside outside of the district boundaries and meet the conditions for an inter-district application or permit. And priority number 4, students who reside outside of the district boundaries and meet the conditions for an inter-district application or permit as well. And now for the application process. Here's a step-by-step overview of the application process. Step number 1, attend an informational meeting. If you go to our website, you will be able to find that we are having parent meetings for the month of February and March. We ask that you attend an informal meeting. Interested families attend one in-person or virtual informational meeting or watch this video. The second, complete and submit a DLI application. The online application must be submitted during the enrollment window of March 2nd through 31st. Intra and inter-district applications are also required for students living outside of the Mountain View boundaries. Number 3, placement of students. In April, students will be placed in either the Spanish dominant EL or native English-speaking seats in the program following the 4 enrollment priorities. And step number 4, notification of acceptance. The principal will notify families whose students have been selected for the program. All the other families who were not selected will be informed of their status by the principal. And number 5, attend a mandatory meeting. So parents and guardians of students accepted must attend a mandatory meeting, which will then lead to step 6, which is to commit to a program. And parents and guardians will submit a form acknowledging their commitment to the DLI program. With that being said, we're getting close to the end of the presentation, and I wanted to talk about the DLI application window. It will be open from March 2nd through March 31st. Please make sure to complete and submit your DLI application during this time. If your child lives outside of the Mountain View boundaries, then you will need to complete an inter-district or an inter-district application. For more details, please contact the P-BVUSD district or the district Educational Services Department. If you're ready to apply, you can see there's a QR code that's linked directly to the DLI application. We look forward to seeing and reading your application. And now I just want to say thank you so much for your time. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Please attend one of the parent meetings if you have more questions. I want you to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your time.